Hi guys, welcome to a bit of a different video here on Football Manager 2017 today. Obviously one of the topical discussions in the world of football at the minute is the Arsenal job and the future of Arsene Wenger. So I've assumed that Arsene Wenger is going to leave Arsenal. Now whether I actually think he will in real life or not is sort of irrelevant. And what I'm going to do is install several different managers and see how they get on at Arsenal. So this first video is going to be Max Allegri and how the Juventus manager would get on as manager of Arsenal. So, as you can see, by taking a little look at the league table, he comes second behind Liverpool. Only 74 points though, so a bit misleading that he's got second place. A couple of teams, particularly Chelsea and Man City, obviously having poor seasons there. 74, not a particularly high points tally in the Premier League to get you second place. But if we actually look at the stats here, Alexis Sanchez, top goal scorer with 25, and then Giroud is actually second with 23, so mad goal stats for Arsenal's two forwards here. Lauren Koscielny, the third highest average rating in the league with a 7.67, and Petr Cech actually the highest number of clean sheets, so certainly something different for Arsenal there, who are not really known for their rigid defence. If we take a little look at his transfers, he's bought three players. He's bought Thiago Maia, the young Brazilian ball winner there, who made 15 starts but didn't really get on very well with a 6.56 average there. He is still young, so he could come good for them in the coming seasons. He bought Nacho from Real Madrid, who I'm assuming has got some sort of buff because he was kind of a donkey to be fair. Before he wasn't the best, but he has had a 7.29 average with 37 starts, and he has a crazy 6 assists. So he's obviously been a great signing for them. Paid a fee of 9.75 million, and he's now worth 25.5. So definitely a good purchase there on Nacho. And he also bought Christian Capone, who we can't see very much about just now, but obviously a young Italian winger there. He's on loan at Southend, so obviously one for the future for them there. And he sold Gabriel Paulista for 18.25, which is a hell of a fee, and 95,000 a week. Paulista's done pretty well for himself there. So let's take a look at the tactics that he was going with here. So he's playing his Juventus tactic pretty much: goalkeeper, 3 centre backs, a defensive midfielder with wing backs, 2 in the middle, and then 2 up front. So it's arranged by goals here. So no, it's not. It's arranged by something else. It's arranged by goals now. As we can see, Alexis Sanchez with 30 goals, leading the charge, of course. And then Giroud with 26. So the front two has obviously been Sanchez and Giroud. And then it drops off a cliff with Lucas with 7 goals. He got them interestingly from 6 starts, so he's actually done not bad in that regard. But then Ramsey with 6, Walcott 3, 2-2, 1-1. So basically it's all fallen on the shoulders of Alexis Sanchez and Olivier Giroud there. Kind of like you would expect in this tactic, a solid back line there, some more creative players. I mean, Ozil there playing as the central midfielder, and then the 2 up front basically carrying the team in terms of goals scored. So if we take a little look at other performers in the side, we're going to range it by appearances just now. He's played a pretty big core. If we go down here, cuts off after Xhaka. Xhaka has 27 starts, and then it goes to Thiago Maia on 18. So this core of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Basically a clear first 11 standing out for us there, and then it drops down to not making many appearances. The Ox, interestingly, with no starts, which is crazy. He's a player that I like a lot, particularly in the game. He can dribble, he's got pace, and he can cross the ball. What more can you ask for? But clearly not for Allegri. He's playing the wing backs here. Maybe he should have tried to retrain Oxlade-Chamberlain as a right wing back, but I don't know. He's went with this. It's went particularly well for them just now. If we have a little look at everybody's average, great averages for Sanchez, Nacho, Koscielny. If we can sort it by that, actually the best average Koscielny, then Sanchez, then actually Mesut Ozil, who managed, if we take a look at his overall stats, he managed 3 goals and 11 assists. So not bad, particularly when he's playing out of his position, just deeper there in the centre midfield. Mustafi playing well too. Monreal, Cech, El Neni, Mertesacker and Bellerin just playing okay. Xhaka not exactly lighting the world on fire. Giroud actually interestingly with a 6.92 average, but considering he has 26 goals there, I don't think that would bother Arsenal fans in real life. Let's take a little look at their schedule, and we're going to see something very familiar here that's plagued Arsene Wenger for a while. But Champions League, they drew Real Madrid. They lost 4-0 at the Bernabeu, which is fair enough, can happen to the best of them. They won 2-0 at the Emirates against Celtic. They got a 0-0 away against PSV in the Champions League. 1-0 victory in the home leg, the return fixture 1-1 at home to Real Madrid, and then a 2-0 win at Celtic Park to go through in that group. We come down a little bit here. We're just going to go right to the knockout stage, and they drew Bayern Munich. And they lost 1-0 at the Emirates and 3-0 at the Allianz Arena, going out to Bayern in the first knockout round. Not a lot changing there for Arsenal, even with Max Allegri in charge. If you draw Bayern, you get smashed. Although, actually, the 4-0 aggregate defeat is probably, it's an improvement based on how it's been going for them in real life. But if we look now at their cup performances, EFL Cup third round, 3-1 loss away at Bournemouth. So right out of that cup right away, which brings us to the FA Cup. An away draw to Newport County, 2-0 victory for them, which was fairly comfortable. Blackburn come to the Emirates and lose 5-1. A 1-0 away, but closer than you would think, away at Bristol City. And then they go and lose to Southampton on penalties at the Emirates. So they're out of the FA Cup as well. So that's how the season went. No trophies, out of the cups and earlier than you would like against opposition that they should be beating. Champions League, again, okay, you drew Bayern Munich pretty harsh. And in the league they came second, but not the highest points tally for a second place team. He has Sanchez and Giroud firing, clearly, but it's not enough to get the league. If we take a little look at the team stats now, decent goal difference of 34, only behind, of course, the leaders, Liverpool there. Take a look at the 63 goals scored, behind Liverpool's 67, and behind Tottenham's 65 and Chelsea's 69. But their 29 goals conceded is a joint best with Liverpool there. So he's certainly come in and shored them up defensively. But the brunt of the attacking has fallen too much on Sanchez and Giroud there. They've both answered the call and got a lot of goals, but that's what's happened to Arsenal under Max Allegri. It's just a bit of fun, to be honest, simulating this, considering all the chat that's been going round on who Arsenal should get to be the manager if Arsene Wenger does step down. So that's just what would happen if Max Allegri managed Arsenal, according to Football Manager. Just simming one season. So next I'm actually going to do Diego Simeone, another manager that people want to see come in at Arsenal should Arsene Wenger leave. If there's anybody who you want, interestingly, to see simulated, then just leave a comment below and I'll certainly do that, providing that it makes sense. I'm not going to use Cheltenham's manager or something like that, but providing it makes sense, I will do that. So I hope you guys have enjoyed just this little bit of fun here. Yeah, and as I say, Diego Simeone will be the next up.